In episode 2, I talked about this system. There's this very deranged system. You understand that we're living in, and I talked about the dangers of it in episode 2, but one of the main ones now, like one of the one that is very bad that I'm seeing now is the thought that money is evil. Like people actually think that money is like people actually see rich people as evil. Like when they see rich people, they think they'll feel that these rich people are evil because they're thinking in that old that old systematic way, right? Okay, now and for example, now when you grow up in a family, it's just like a rat race. You grow up in a family that thinks rich people are evil. You end up thinking rich people are evil. Then you now create a family that thinks rich people are evil. Until one day, just one day, somebody will break out of it. But the thing now, you cannot be waiting for that one day for somebody to break out of that mindset now. And then what? Just look at this thing now. Look at this thing. There's this guy I was listening to. He was saying that he doesn't like his children watching movies. Why? He said that movies is where part of this programming thing starts. For example, now he said that Spider-Man now. Just look at Spider-Man now. His main enemy. Spider-Man is a boy, a poor teenage boy selling pizza, living with his auntie and uncle. But then his arch enemy is a multi-billionaire Green Goblin. Look at this person. Look at Superman. His arch enemy, multi-millionaire Lex Luthor. Like you look at so many of these people, then you see that it's all these things. Then when you look at more films, safe. Like I just use the normal Marvel that this everybody knows. When you look at more films, you see that they mostly make the bad people to be rich. They mostly make the bad people to be rich. They will now make the main character to be one poor average Joe. You understand? And then you now like that poor average Joe. And you now want to end up like that poor average Joe. You know, like your subconscious mind will now be like trying to drift you away from that bad person that is rich. There's one thing I told you before that people are consciously chasing money, but subconsciously they feel that money is bad, but they are consciously chasing money. But in their subconscious mind, there's this evil thoughts they have about money. And then when you continue to chase money with that thought, you're going to continue to push money away. Because if you don't like money, there's no how it will come to you. So guy, rich people are not evil. Like a lot of people think that rich people are evil. When you see somebody that his net worth is $1 billion, then you're struggling and be like this rich people are evil because of this, because of that, because of this, because of that. Rich people are not actually evil. You understand? Most rich people, they climb their way up the ladder of success. So you can't just be sitting down there and be like, guys, these people are evil. They are not evil. Your mind has been programmed in a very defective and faulty way to think that they are evil. And if you can sit down and start unboxing that programming, trying to find out the root where the thing started from, most of the time you see that it started from films and movies. Then it's mostly environment. It's mostly environment. You understand? That's why I like to emphasize on the importance of growth. When you are growing, there are some certain mindsets that you grow out of. I used to think that this people are evil. I used to think. But as you're growing, guy, there are things that you'll be outgrowing. As you are growing, there are certain bad characters, there are certain faulty mindsets. Let me just call it a faulty mindset. Because your mindset is like an operating system. So when your operating system is faulty, there's no how. There is nothing that you can do that is going to like be effective. There's this guy I was listening to. He was like, there are people that make winning look so easy. Why there are people that make losing look so easy? What do you think contributes to that thing? It's mindset. Your mindset is like your operating system. Wait, like all these people now that make winning look so easy, their operating system is very effective and functional. You that make losing look so effortless. Your operating system is not the operating system is not functional at all. You have a faulty operating system. You understand? So, first you have to learn to grow out of some certain mindsets. You understand? I actually believe in the diversity of different mindsets. I believe that people as special and God's creation and all those type of things. But at the same time, there's some type of mindset that it was not your fault where you develop that type of mindset growing up. But if you continue to have that type of mindset up to a certain age, then you know it's your fault. Because you need to learn to break out of some type of mindset. Understand?
I want to ask a question, right? The question is, have you ever seen a young boy, like a young man, like 20, 24, 20, 24 years old, that range, that range, seen him driving a very expensive car, right? And then the first thought that came to your mind was, oh, what he's doing Yahoo. Has that ever happened to you before? Now, if that has ever happened to you, or if that has ever basically happened to you, my dear, you're a victim of this systematic way of thinking. Because the moment you assume, like, it's not just about rich people now. It is the idea that young people should not even be rich. Have your parents ever have you ever had parents that will tell you that, oh, they see 20 year old, and they'll be like, don't talk to them or something, that they are making money, they are balling, because the next thing they hear is that they are Yahoo, they are doing Yahoo, they are pulling out money at the age of 24, and your parents tell you that they are doing Yahoo. Have you ever had those kind of parents before? And if you do, they are what? Victims of this systematic way of thinking. But then guess what? You see old people driving big expensive cars, and you think what? These people it took them time before they could. Why is it that people think that you can't make money at a very young age? Because of the way they've been able to narrow it, make it look like it's only years that would you need to make money. Like if you make money at age of 24, if you're very rich, you're balling out. You're balling out. You're one of the richest in your age group. The next thing is people think you are a fraudster. You either venture into any illegal business, because they fail to understand that the system is now has been made easier. Information is now broad. People have access to information at early age. But yes, but yes, our systematic way of thinking makes us think that we should not make money. Rather, we should wait till we are 40 before we start to see the money. You don't need to wait till you are 40. But one of the problems that hinder the success of children or success of young youth is actually the previous the previous set of people, the millennials, basically the mindset that they've inculcated into the youths. I'm sorry to say this, but it's the truth. It's because it's what we see as young children is that we imbibe in ourselves, right? So once the moment you're being imbibed with that at an early age, you're being forced on, or you're not, I won't say forced to learn something, or you're basically learning that thing at an early age. It is you you tend to grasp it more. It tends to be part of you. So now you are now positioned in that way of thinking that almost every young person that is driving a car is into one illegal business. So the moment you see someone driving a car, the thoughts that will come to your mind will be, she's into Yahoo, because you've heard your parents, you've heard your auntie, you've heard one seniors tell you that this guy was into Yahoo, or they saw them and they were like into Yahoo. I remember one day I had an argument with my mom. This, I told her the argument was that you tend to see evil in, you tend to see more of the evil in things, right? Yes, she's trying to do is she's trying to take care of our children. She's trying to make sure we don't fall into the wrong distance. But then at the end of the day, you telling us, making us think that almost every young person that we see is evil. I remember she told me what she did. What I had the event I had with her was that we were driving in our estate, and then we were just driving, and then we saw these guys. playing basketball. These rich young guys playing basketball. And the next thing she was like, don't associate yourself with them. Now, first of all, she's assuming that these people are bad. And she's done it multiple times, multiple different people. It's not the first time, not the second time, not the third time. So the first thing you assume of somebody is he's this already because of the mindset you've been able to. How can a young man be driving SUV? A young man be driving a McLaren. A young man is driving a lucrative car. A young man is pulling out $200. He's spraying money in the party. He's doing whatever he's balling out, and you're saying that he automatically he's into a illegal business because they don't believe that they what these young people can be entrepreneurs. They believe that you have to first work hard. See that system? They don't believe in this online business. They don't believe that they are the information in the world has gotten to the level where, and that is why most children end up becoming like their parents. Like imagine this, using the same system that worked years before and applying it in a day and time where it is not the same. How do you expect it to work? So the idea that these people that are young and rich are evil or they are into illegal things or they are not good people is not just from us. It is something that was inculcated from our previous or the previous set. So the moment you start to realize that fault that you have been um involving yourself in, the moment you start to realize that fault you have been involving yourself in, I just pray it's not too late. Let's just pray that it's not when you're 40 or 50. And parents too, if you are a parent watching this channel, like I want you to learn something, or you're a future parent, I want you to learn something. Do not discourage your children just because you think what you are doing is taking care of them, of shaping their future. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Do not think what worked in 1960 would work in 2040. Don't use the same system. Be innovative. Be open-minded. See the world from for how it is, not for what it was. It is changing. It is rapid. So your mindset should be changing. It should be evolving. It shouldn't be remain the same. It shouldn't be redundant. The idea that rich people are are evil. That is due to the fact that what is the current, what is now, like what it is now, wasn't there before. Like it wasn't like that before. It's normal to see 40-year-old, 70-year-old men rich and balling out. They were the rich. Now because of the young are now growing. It is no more normal in the eyes of our elders. So they tell us these people are bad. Then they feed the children that they have this information that oh these people so and so illegal things they are doing. That's why they're making this money without actually making some clarifications. Then the children are now told not to go and meet or not to find out what these people are doing, not to have idea. Their mindset, their mind is now shut from actually getting to know the right information on how to even take that family out of poverty. So like people should like and this is for parents most of it. This is for parents. They should stop this ideology that every single young person that you see on the road there could be because it's like a mechanism now because before it was just you think that oh it's just one time I said this that if you actually sit down to realize you say it to almost all the young person you see. You never ask yourself how is he making this money? You just assume. You never want to know. You just assume that yes, he's into this illegal. And why does he have to be negative? Because of how abnormal it is. When something is not normal to you, you just think the you don't think you're not open minded to what it is because this is the systematic way of thinking. Rather, you are now very very negative towards that thing because you don't really understand it. So you assume the worst for it, or you assume the worst of it, right? Next time, people should start to learn to narrow, to open their mind rather than just shutting and closing their mind. It's not something that is easy, no. But I'm telling you that if the moment you realize, like, just sit down and reflect yourself and know, do I do this? Do I actually look at people who drive young cars and see them that drive cars that are expensive and they're young? Do I see them and say they are into this illegal business? Do I just criticize them? Do I do this? Do I do that? Do I really know who they are? Did I want to even make emphasis on what they do to see if I could gain information from what they do? Or did I just assume? You will notice that you are wrong. Whether or not they are doing Yahoo, that should not even be your first assumption because it's a negative thought. It closes your mind from actually understand, getting to know the truth, or getting to have information. That could have been your destiny helper because of that information that you have or the way of thinking that you have been put with. You are made to think that it's Yahoo. So, like, I'll give an assignment. Just sit down and reflect. Like, do I do this? Like, try to reflect on the past encounters you've had with young people who drive expensive cars. And what was your first thought? If it has happened before, not just driving cars, like just seeing them doing anything that's like just basically see the rich guy that is young. Maybe he lives in the same house. Maybe he lives in a this and he's making money. You just assume that he's into this, into that. He's not actually making your findings. If you're a victim of that, or if you have indulged yourself in that, I want you to stop. Open your mind. Stop shutting your mind because the moment you shut your mind, you assume the worst for people. Open your mind. Be ready to learn because there's information out there that you don't know about. That's why you tell yourself that the rich are evil. Open your mind. Open your mind. Do not shut your mind because of the systematic way of thinking. Open your mind. Thank you.
No, Tony, I really like what you said, and from what you said, that is where I'm going to draft out what I want to say now. You see one major problem now. You see one major problem we have now is that growing up, we have always been told to work hard. Understand? Work hard, work hard, because if you work hard, you become rich. You understand? They like give when we are growing up, they love to give us half-witted information. They'll tell you to work hard, and you end up working hard on your academics. You end up working hard on your job, and then at the end of the day, poor. If you're not poor, you're average, but you're not rich. Either you are poor or you're average. The problem is that they never tell you the real thing to work hard on. See, now, if you're listening to this thing now, listen to me. Work hard on yourself. Yes, work hard. If you don't know where to if you don't know, there are right ways to work hard. You understand? Looking at how things are changing now, if you want to work hard, you can work hard by learning how to trade the forex market. You can work hard by learning how to sell products online. You can work hard. If you cannot do all those type of things, just start working hard on yourself. Read, exercise, be growing, listen more to people. Change the type of content you are consuming. Instead of consuming dance videos, start consuming enlightening content. And then also be like the content you are consuming, honestly speaking, the main thing that changed me, number one, the people I started associating with. Number two, the content I started consuming. The content I started consuming was the major thing that changed me. So you have to change the type of content you are consuming. When they tell you that you should work hard, work hard. They'll tell you to work hard. Honestly speaking, I don't blame anybody my age. Because you see, this generation before us, they like insulting us, so, calling us Indomie generation, all these things. But sometimes when you look at them, you see that these people don't even know what they are doing. They told us that we should work hard. And after working hard now, you work hard, you finish university. Then what next? Money you don't have anything, you just have one paper called certificate. And they told you to work hard. After they'll be insulting us, calling us Indomie generation. Yes, so we're Indomie generation, but at least I want to tell you now, look at just start working hard on yourself. Start improving yourself because I said this thing before, there is no such thing as perfection. Not because you are not good enough, but because you can continue getting better, you can continue improving. So what I want you to do is to continue to improve, continue to get better, continue to work hard on yourself. See, even if you cannot do all this forex or anything, no wahala, no problem. Just be working hard on yourself. You're going to beat somebody, You're going to beat that person that is working hard on their job or on their academy. You're going to beat that person hands down. Because when you're working hard on yourself, because me, the first thing I started working hard on was myself. You understand? Myself was the first thing I worked hard on. Before I talked about venturing into online business or starting a podcast or doing anything, the first thing I worked hard on. So in fact, like like there are some certain things that working hard on yourself will do for you. Because even when it comes to trading the forex markets now, there are some certain emotions you would need to overcome. Let me say you want to learn how to trade. You do have need to learn to overcome the emotion of fear, of greed, of like there are some certain things, and it's only by working hard, by self-improvement on yourself that can help you to achieve those things before you can now start talking about so first things first, work hard on yourself. Like actually work hard, work very, very hard on yourself. Because when we were growing up, they told us that we should work hard. They never told us what to work hard on, and then we just assumed that it was education. But now I'm telling you that it's not education. I'm telling you that it's not your job, but it's yourself. Work hard on yourself. You understand? If you work hard on yourself, you're going to beat somebody that works hard. Because when you're working hard on yourself, you're growing in character, you're growing in personality, you're growing in behavior, you're growing in mindset. And when you grow to a certain extent and you now begin to venture into things now, like trying to make money online through forex market, through trading the stock market, through almost any type of thing. You understand? Some of these things you learn in the process of working hard will help you. So rich people are not evil. All these things they are saying that rich people are evil. They are not actually evil. So it's not like they are look at one thing that is wrong with people is that I said it in our last podcast. No, I said it in our last two podcasts, money and how important it is. That anything you don't understand, you tend to call it evil. And that thing is a fixed mindset. Tony said it. It's a fixed mindset. And when you have a fixed mindset, you cannot grow. And when you don't have a growth mindset, you're just like you just end up being the 5 years from now, you will not change. You continue to be the same way you are. Nothing will change unless you change. I've said this thing in like up to 3 episodes now. There is absolutely nothing that will change unless you change. So if you want things to start changing, you have to change. Your mindset have to change. Your behavior have to change. Because Nigeria is hard. It will not change. But you can actually change and Nigeria will no longer be hard. Is that like it's just that simple? Nigeria is hard. We all know. It's not going to change anytime soon. But you can change and grow. And then you now see that Nigeria is no longer hard because you have grown. So yes, I'm going to say it again. Work hard on yourself. Work hard on yourself. If you were,
You see, people don't people don't want to, or people have pride, yeah? That thing of pride. People have pride. They believe that what they know is the truth. And so they don't want to be open minded. The mind, the thing about the mind is You need to be open minded. Like it is that simple. You need to have an open mind. Like I was talking to I was I when I came to I was traveling. So when I saw I met this girl, a woman, and then she said that oh she did not like Enugu or she didn't like Igbo states that is underdeveloped, right? And I was like, okay, but you stay in Lagos, she's in Lagosian. I'm like, okay, yeah, there's a lot of good things about Lagos. I'm an Igbo man, but then because of you've seen one part of Enugu, you think that every part of Enugu is just underdeveloped. You don't want to see the good in people. At the moment you don't see the good in people, you fail to succeed. The good in things. You block your mind from knowing the truth. You restrict yourself from a lot of things when you fail to open your mind to the truth. Fail. Like the thing is, the truth is not constant. There is no particular truth. The truth keeps on changing. The truth of the world keeps on changing. There is no correct answer. The answers keep on changing. I'll tell you. Right now, right now, the answers are there in online businesses. It could change and it will change. But when it's changed, let's hope that you already made good use of what correct answers are with that we have now. Let's let's because opportunities changes here. But right now, the opportunity that has come now, don't miss it. Don't start waiting for 40 years. Don't start waiting for 60 years. The opportunity that is now, the correct answer or the answer that is now, hold it, make good use of it. Be open to knowing that answer so that you build your base for yourself, you build a foundation for yourself. You will succeed. Open your mind. Stop blocking your mind because the moment you block your mind, you think negative. You don't want to know. You do not want to know what it is. You're just basically forcing yourself from not knowing how to succeed when you close your mind. Stop being negative. Negativity is bad. It yields it yields failure. It yields destabilization. It yields poverty. Right? Stop being negative. Start being open minded. Always wanting to know what is true. Always want to get updates on what is pumping now. Don't close your mind. 24 years old men who are millionaires today, who are multi-millionaires today, it is not always Yahoo. There is something they know that you don't know. Be open minded. They are not evil. Rich people are not all evil. They just know things that we, the poor, don't know. They just know things that we don't know or that you don't know. Right? So always open your mind. You lack information. That is why you think that the rich are evil. You lack the knowledge. Open your mind. Like we've been saying on this podcast, yeah, you just got to be open minded. Like that's just the truth. There's no other thing about it. The mind is just is very powerful. Like you just have to be open minded. There's nothing else I will tell you again. Open your mind, bro. Like just open your mind. It's not that hard to be sincere with you. Yes, I was once like you, but I built myself. I improved myself, and I saw that yes, through all these things, once you start to see yourself, once you start to improve yourself, you start to see yourself grow out of a lot of things. You start to see how actually you were living a lie. Now that you are now informed about what is going on and the truth, you, you should just try to help those. And that's what we're trying to do. Help those. Inform you. Inform you. Change the way you start thinking. Change the mindset of yourself. You have been living a lie. Because the answer, like I said, the correct answer always changes. There is never a correct answer. The answers always change. Yes, school was the answer, but that was in the 1900s. Things have evolved, and your mind should evolve. Things have evolved, so should your mind. It should not be redundant. Stop thinking the abnormal is negative and start asking yourself how. Stop stop listening to what it was or how the world was and start getting to know what the world is. That should be your main priority. Start asking yourself, how are these rich people making this money at an early age? What are they doing? What do they know that I do not know? Stop assuming the worst because you feel like it is not normal. It is not normal because you have never done it before. And that is the real reason why you should ask how, what. Don't assume the worst. Because the moment you assume the worst. You are forced to assume because you have never been able to attain that form of success before. So you think it's not, you already think it's not possible in your mindset because you yourself, you are using yourself, using your current situation as as a life figure. And it's not because you have not been able to do it, then it's not possible. Bro, the people have done more. Like there is a 17-year-old Nigerian multi-millionaire in Forex. 17-year-old. You are here insulting those who are 24 driving McLaren. A 17-year-old millionaire already in Forex. If you were turning 18 this year, why are you dulling? Stop dulling. Start asking, how is it that the rich are making money and I am broke? Stop assuming that because you've not been able to make that money, it's automatically illegal or it is evil. Because you've not been able to attain that form of success, you think what is not normal in your life is evil. What makes your life the sole purpose of this world? You're not that important. At that moment, you're not that important. Grow yourself, grow your life, make it meaningful. Stop using your life to criticize. Use it to produce. Stop using your life to criticize. Use it to produce. No.
Okay, and look at this thing now. Is for me. They thank God that I thought about the thing. Understand? See, look at now. Let me let me say one. Let me just say one more thing now. No matter how many times you call rich people evil and devils and whatever name you have for them in your mind, they are going to continue living soft life while you're going to continue living hard life. Just know it. Know that no matter how many times you call these people evil, devil, whatever name is in your mind, scammers and can, just know that These people are going to continue to live big. And then you're going to continue to say that Nigeria is hard. And then they're going to continue to have enough money to help themselves, to help their family, to help their community. While you look at the world is going to rotate with or without you. The sun is going to rise with or without you. Rain will fall with or without you. Stop thinking that you are that important. People are chasing their goals, trying to make money. Yeah, sitting down and criticizing. The world is going to continue to move. If you don't want to enter the digital age is not going to stop because you don't enter. It will continue moving. Like, I don't know. I don't know what is wrong with some people, like, honestly speaking. Because, okay, now you are doing the Rishipa Evo. This one, you just want to read your books and then this. We're in the digital age. If you say you don't want to enter by learning one or two digital skills, anything online, the digital age is not going to reverse. We're not going to go back to stone age or industrial age. We're going to continue to go forward. Now, AI is entering the game. People are learning how to use AI in that digital thing they are doing. You've never entered the digital part. And then just continue. Like, I'm no longer like trying to like beg you. If you like think that these people are evil, they are not evil. They are smart. They are very smart. When I see a rich person, the thing that used to come to my head is, guy, I wonder what this person knows that I don't know. But when you see a rich person, you feel that this person is evil. And no problem, you can think that that person is evil. The person is not evil. The person is making money and he's helping his family. His family is doing well. He's doing well. If he has brothers or sisters, they are doing well. His parents are doing well. His community, they are doing well. His friends doing well. People that helped him along the way, they are doing well. You understand? You are still there, broke, looking for what to eat. And then you now see somewhere that is doing well. Instead of to be hungry for the person's knowledge, the first thing that will come to your mind is to criticize the person. So what I just want to tell you is that things are going to continue to happen with or without you. You are replaceable. You are very replaceable. Stop thinking that you are that important. You don't want to venture into learning how to make money online. You don't venture into forex. Forex market will not shut down because you don't venture into it. Making money online will not stop because you don't venture into it. Rich people will not stop making their money because you say that they are evil. They don't even care about you, guy. What they know is that everybody in their circle, from their family to their friends to their community, is doing well. So you that is saying that they are evil, they don't even know you and they don't care about you. But you met somebody for the first time, the person don't even know you. Just check that thing. The person don't know you, met the person, or you saw the person from a distance. The person don't even know you, he don't meet you. And then you not be carrying the person in your mind and be like, this person is evil, this person is evil, this person is evil. I mean, do you think that like it will affect that person in any way? If that person is earning millions of dollars weekly, do you think that it will shorten to hundreds of thousands because you said it's evil? So my friend, look at, you have to be wise. You have to wisen up. Like, you honestly have to wisen up because even if you don't wisen up, nothing will stop. You understand? You just continue to be left behind. So this thing now is no longer like we're begging you, or if you don't want, fine, leave it. Nothing is going to change because you don't accept what we are saying. Rich people are not evil. They just have information that you do not have. Thank you.